What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up too old.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
This was us last year. This year is different. Afrofest 9 was a video. Afrofest X is an experience. A legacy that defies the past decade. Encapsulated in one documentary. This is Afrofest X. The Undisputed.
The car. If you see the way the cars, they go the black everywhere. Cutting everywhere. And so every day now they won't pass. Every day.
I fall too easy. And I bought the whiskey. But no be disability. No be disability. I fall too easy. When I bought the whiskey. But no be disability. No be disability. Some people bang and cast.
Chris.
Yo, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Doing good?
Yeah, man.
How did you find Afrofest? You tell me.
I actually enjoyed it. I can't lie. I definitely found the process. It was good. It was stressful at times, but not too stressful because I had a great group. So,
fantastic.
I
If you can describe the spoken word section, just 3 words.
Dysfunctional,
Oh,
talented,
okay.
and I say humble
Humble.
for sure.
Could you expand on that humility point?
Obviously coming in here, obviously like I told them that I'd picked them for a reason, but they didn't really take me in. Like they didn't see what they were capable of until it came time to deliver. For some more than others, actually, do you know what I mean? Like they just thought they weren't capable of what I was asking them to do, but they definitely were, as shown by the performance of Afrofest.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Let me take you back to the time.
Okay, but how far back are we trying to go?
Back to us. Back to we. Back to when black was free to be whatever we wanted it to be.
Okay, but that doesn't really answer the question. Back to what? Back to when? All this nostalgic stuff makes me sick.
You see, I won't tell you if you actually let me finish my sentences.
Exactly.
This is an opportunity to look back and reminisce.
No, but I get what she's trying to say though, like, the course of our history is so incredibly long, so how far back are we trying to go? We're trying to say back to 2012 or back to the beginning? Slavery?
Huh?
We've come a long way from the chains that they used to put us in.
Can we not just reminisce the good parts of our community? This is something that black history started slavery years ago. We're so much more for any of that. There's power in our presence, in the present and the past, so we can't skate past from the presence of our past. It's a gift.
Literally, it is a gift. Can we not all just acknowledge that?
My bad. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, but it's what a lot of people think, let's be real. And focusing on all the good parts of our community is an ineffective way of addressing the multiplicity of issues in the diaspora. We're more divided than ever and no one seems to care about it.
Oh, and here she goes with the negativity.
I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, real depressing.
For real.
Can we not just focus on our growth from childhood and what we've grown to be? We can seek comfort in our memories and our melodies.
Right. Do you guys remember the hall parties we used to have with really loud music and ration food?
Oh, you have to beg the eyes for more food in your plate.
No, it was super funny,
Music, the bass of that at my heart, man.
I remember when
Yeah, no, I remember when.
No,
Wait,
do
do
you
you
remember when?
Do you also remember how when we were in school the teacher said, no huddling together, we'll do it like a gang? Yeah, and do you also remember how the first punishment they gave to black kids was an exclusion? That's what I'm for. You don't have to remember, because it's still happening now. That's why I think all of this is one pointless trip into a past that is not worth remembering.
No, actually, this is an opportunity to learn from the mistakes of the past and better ourselves as people, precisely because we remember where we come from.
and This is an opportunity for us to celebrate, appreciate, and be proud of us for years to come.
Exactly that. This is our nostalgia.
Cause even when we never had a penny, yo, we always had spirit. When we had a siren, I stand fire. Hold your head higher. Builders you the middle empire. Stand fire. Hold your head higher. Builders you the middle empire. When we had a siren, I stand fire. Hold your head higher. Builders you the middle empire. Stand fire. Hold your head higher. Builders you the middle empire. If I end up dead or popping on the wing, just know mommy raised the king. Right to money in the thing, he became a boss and all his brothers in. Live by loyalty and honor. Same time I do what I wanna, and I know how to treat a woman proper. Cause I seen mama suffer. No money but we had life. I go hungry, let my brother take my slice.
Good afternoon, Mr. Adams.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Miles.
Him, my man. It's pronounced Mwanza. Thank you.
My apologies. Thank you for taking the time to come in. I know it can be difficult to take time off from the hospital in your situation. But, shall we get down to business? My apologies. I seem to be having something.
What is wrong with you? I don't want to be here, don't you get it? I'm your mother and you do as you're told. Do you understand me? My child, you have to be a role model for your younger brother. This behavior is unacceptable. Get your hands off me!
Seppi's in trouble! Seppi's in trouble! Seppi's in trouble!
Sorry about that. Now, Miss Sephora is one of our most gifted pupils. She scores highly in tests and she regularly answers questions that teachers ask her. That is when she wants.
When I want to! Are you listening to him? This is exactly what I mean!
Whew. That was a bit aggressive. But then there is the issue of her poor behaviour. As you know, Miss Sephora has recently got into a physical altercation with one of our new students. Sure, we've had no choice but to exclude him.
Yeah, because she was so innocent.
Might I speak to you alone? It is my understanding that your situation at home is, shall I say, unstable? Might the instability be impacting Miss Sephора's development? We're prepared to offer sessions with the guidance counselor, whom I believe Sephora has met before.
That counselor's full of it. I'm not worried. Be quiet. Well, sir, you are crying. Don't tell me how to raise my daughter, okay? I assure you, you'll have none of this from now on, right, Sephora? Yeah. And don't tell me how to raise my daughter, okay? And my situation at home with my husband is something I will deal with without the meddling of nosy outsiders like you.
And she wonders why her husband is a second family. My apologies, it's just, we just want your daughter to excel. She's a prime candidate for Russian universities. Your future is bright, Sephora. Don't let your aunt become a
My daughter understands. Is that all?
Yes, that's all. Thank you both for understanding. I'll let you both on your evening.
And I assume similar conversations are being had with that girl, Shomi, or is it just my daughter being talented?
Well, in the circumstances, it didn't justify the exact same punishment, but I can assure you that it will be dealt with. I'm actually just about to have a meeting with Sean and her parents. Mr. and Mrs. Agunbiade, sure.
Shomi, sir.
It's such an unfortunate thing.
Sephora, this is the last time you push your luck. Do you think just because it's the three of us, I'll go easy on you? Just wait until we get home. Walk.
Hey.
You good?
I'm alright. How you doing?
Everybody's asking me how I'm doing. Me, I'm very good. Thank you.
All right.
Before anything, actually, this was actually one of my favorite sections on that.
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Drama? Yeah.
We had to deliver this year.
I want you to describe your drama section. I'm going to spin it in 4 words.
4 words. Thing is, there's a lot I can say about them. But if I'm going to put it into 4 words, I'm going to say dedicated, dynamic, it kind of worked like an ensemble. So people had different elements of their own character that they brought into their characters they were acting out. Third word, energetic. I never came to rehearsals and felt like the energy was low. Everyone was really excited to be there. A fourth one, I'll say like a family.
That's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Because everyone was really friendly with each other, like the older cast members and the younger cast members, even though like people are at different stages of uni. I'll say, again, like they really gelled together and people like made genuine friendships from that.
We just described the drama section in 4 words. Can you do the performance in 1?
Cinematic? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Cinematic affairs. Spielberg type, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we tried to do. That's what we tried to do. I'm not any Spielberg, but if that's what people are saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, fairs.
The streets are going to be saying when they're seeing your section.
Say no more.
100%. F, major. Majorist of Fs. Your name's Fiat. I'm not going to get it wrong. Yeah, man, I will get it wrong. How are you? You okay?
I'm alright, man. How are you?
I'm good. So like I did with everybody else, or like I'm going to do with everybody else, describe the dance section in 1 word.
In 1 word?
Actually, for you, yeah, 1 word.
Oh my gosh. In 1 word, apart from the fact that they're talented, I'm going to say that they're adaptable.
Adaptable. Can you expand on that? Why is that?
Obviously, we did have to go through a lot in terms of like changing choreos or choreos not being done last minute. So it was a thing where my dancers had to adapt to literally whatever we gave them in that moment. And it was like seeing their talent come together and being able to actually just do something last minute with an idea we had was just amazing. So that's why I say adaptable.
I do very much understand where you're coming from because as I'm editing this, I'm editing your section. Like in our team, we've separated some of the sections out and I'm editing the dance section.
Yeah.
It is spectacular. The dance section is absolutely spectacular.
Shout out to my girls, man. Shout out to everyone, man.
Shout out to everybody that danced. Even Vincent on stage.
Vincent.
Yeah, even Vincent. You were on stage, half and half, but you were predominantly leading the dance section.
Yeah.
How did it feel leading this section along with your team?
Leading the dance section, firstly, felt like a big honour and privilege just because I did not think I was up to par. Like, it took a lot of convincing. Like, because there were days where I was just that's the thing though. Yes, I love dancing. I think I can dance. But to lead it, to create something like that lives beyond me, it was just like a lot of pressure. And it was a thing where there were days where I was just doubting the talent I had because I was working alongside talented people as well. So it was just like, whoa, it was a bit overwhelming, but eventually it just became one of the best things I could have ever done in the sense where I was able to see a vision I had come to life. I was able to work with some of the most talented people in this uni period, probably in this world. It was just such a great honor to become a leader. And obviously it had its tough times, but overall it was great. I built a family, I built a bond, so.
moi.
Je m'appelle Poupée Poupée Bibamba. Je m'appelle Poupée Poupée Bibamba. C'est le côté à Bibi à Malembe. C'est le côté à Bibi. J'ai pris ce flash.
It's okay. Oh yeah, shake body. Oh yeah, move body. Make you ring alarm. Oh yeah, shake body. Them girls just they feel me now. Cause I get some money, then they feel me now. Back then they do me anyhow. I don't get some money, they wanna get down. They want hold me for ransom. Cause I'm young and I'm rich and I'm handsome. They want know where I come from. I they run from Lagos to London. All the blessings and love and they see just they make me they shout hallelujah. I say all the blessings and love and they see just they make me they shout hallelujah. They hold me for ransom. Cause I'm young and I'm rich and I'm handsome. They want hold me for ransom. Cause I'm young and I'm rich and I'm handsome. Oh yeah, shake body. Oh yeah, move body. Make you ring alarm. Oh yeah, shake body.
Hi for me.
Hi, Jeffrey. Oh, God.
For people who are watching the documentary, I have been recording the choir with Faith. Well,
Again. Hey! Get a load of this guy! You were so close, honestly.
I was close.
He was doing a good job.
I've been recording the choir with Fumi for a very long time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there has also been very stressful. But I did something similar with the previous people, and I will do something similar with everyone else who's going to come in. I want you to describe your choir in 3 words.
3 words. Okay, say talented, 100%. Surprising. Blessed.
Blessed.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like
Blessed,
that one.
100.
That's a nice one. So I think this might be the first time that I've seen, me, I've only been at this place for 2 years. This is the first time that I've seen a section led by 2 people. So how did you find that? How did you find the process of leading with 2 people being involved?
Okay, just like you said, this is the first time that I've ever experienced something like this. I've been leading choir since I was 15, and it's always been just me and my brain doing all the work. And to me, I love that, because micromanager might not be the best word, but it's the word that works for me, where when I'm in charge of something, I have to be in charge of everything. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? But obviously you get to uni and you realise that you don't have as much control over your life as you did when you were in year 10. Do you get what I mean? So I can't keep up with 30 minutes of singing. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And I tried, I really did. I've been working at it since July, because obviously that's when they tell us. But it starts September now. Me and Esther had that call. And it was like, okay, cool, we both have to put our pedal to the metal. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So we're really good at working on our own accord. And when we get together, we do nothing but build on that. So there were times where we both come in with tracks that we have made on our little garage band. Esther would bring her iPad, I would bring my laptop. We would just play it for everybody and teach it just like that. To answer your question, I feel like that did nothing but make my experience 10 times better. Do you get what I mean? So I really did appreciate the whole concept of having 2 people leading it. And yeah, Esther, she's amazing. She's bruv. We love Esther, so yeah, I enjoyed that double leadership.
Don't you love love songs though? Think about it. R&B. There's this one song you used to sing all the time. Oh, True Love. Listen that one. It's about love. Oh, unconditional. Right now? No, it's in French. We used to sing it all the time. Unconditional love.
Tu m'avais dit je pouvais compter sur toi. Tu m'as toujours démontré. Tu n'as pas regardé mes défauts, non. Tu m'as aimé le premier. Malgré je t'ai tourné dos, oui c'est parfois. Tu m'as jamais fait payer. Tu sacrifices à la croix pour moi. Un peu d'amour, Yahweh. Amour inconditionnel. Tu m'as aimé, ouais. Premier Yahweh. Amour inconditionnel. Tu t'es donné.
Guys, I was listening to this song the other day and it was making me feel so nostalgic.
What does nostalgia even mean?
Nostalgia's kind of like,
when you miss something.
yeah, when you miss something.
Oh, if that's the case, then this one song needs to bang out all the time, but I can't really remember how it went. I can't remember part. What part do you remember? It went like, So, do you remember how it goes?
Swung up one up, mama, bye. Hey, I wake mama, bye. Kissy, I saw the mama. a sweetie ata. I'ma see me see ata. Baby, aku ata. That is the formula. Fine girl, you're it, you're a fine girl, you're it. I be back home. Ben on you. Ada fine girl. Fine on you. I be back home. Ben on you. Ada fine girl. Fine on you. Baby, do you know the way you dancing, the way you shake your body can make me go crazy. Baby, do you know the way you dancing, the way you shake your body can make me go crazy. Girl, I want the formula. Do you want the formula? Can I have the formula? Do you want the formula? Girl, I want your formula. Do you want the formula? Can I have the formula? Do you want the formula? Girl, I want your formula. She no want designer, she no want Ferrari. She said I'm a lover. She belongs to me and I belong to her. Oh baby, you gon' kill somebody. They said I was blind, but I didn't see it for your eyes, oh. For your eyes, oh. They said I was blind, but I didn't see it for your eyes, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, for your eyes, oh.
The baddest, baby girl, you the baddest. Why I shake your asset, make man no go forget. Emergency, baby you cause emergency. Baby you are so majestic, baby you my emergency because
Nobody can love you like I do. Nobody can touch you like I do. Nobody can love you like I do. Nobody can touch you like I, yeah. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. She no want designer. She no want Ferrari. She said I'm a lover. She belongs to me and I belong to her. Oh baby, you gon' give me somebody. They said I was blind, but I didn't see it for your eyes, oh. For your eyes, oh. They said I was blind, but I didn't see it for your eyes, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, for your eyes, oh.
Oh my baby, your love is for it. Give me loving, no good on you. You see your body carry something I never understand. I must confess, your body very offensive. It dey scatter my defense, defense yo. I must confess, your body not my objective. It dey giving me problems, oh problems, eh. My darling, would you fly with me?
Hold on.
Hello, hi.
Yo.
How's everything?
I'm tired. Listen. Fam. Tired.
You're tired. You were the creative director.
Allegedly.
Your name is plastered all over social media with you being the creative director of this Afrofest production.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to describe Afrofest the production in one word.
In one word. There's a lot of words I can think of. I would say interesting. Interesting. It was an experience. It was an extraordinary experience. That's the one, I guess, extraordinary actually. Okay. Extraordinary, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say that's a lot of words.
Yeah.
Cool. Last year, You were referred to as Mr. Afrofest.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay. That's once again the cameras I've got to.
Whose cameras? Oh, this
Lol.
one. This.
Yeah. So, what was the vision for this year's Afrofest Undisputed edition?
Undisputed edition. So after handover, I was told, okay, this year's Afrofest, its 10th year anniversary. It has to be something big. And in my head, I was like, in what way can I actually describe Afrofest that will make people understand that, okay, cool, this is the biggest and the best that it's been. And that's why I chose the word Undisputed, because it just made the most sense. And I kind of like took it from a post that I had done back in year 7. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that Afrofest was the best it's been, so hence why I chose Undisputed.
Cool.
Yeah.
How did it feel taking creative direction? And what all the pressures that came with like dealing with the 10th anniversary of such a big thing for such a big society in this university?
Could you say the first question again, please?
How did it feel taking creative direction?
Yeah, taking creative direction, I don't think it's hard as I thought it would be at first. Just because, as I said, I had an idea and I found it easy at first to kind of execute it. So like when it came to like figuring out who were going to be the leaders, when it came to thinking of the theme outline, I was like, okay, cool, this is all making sense. Everything is falling into place, etc. When it actually came to the actual rehearsals and everything, that's when I started seeing like faults in even the way I guess I had planned it initially. I won't go into too much detail, but it's like the actual fleshing out of like everybody's ideas was very difficult. Even though I hadn't particularly like, for example, I didn't choreograph the routines, I didn't write the scripts, but actually making sure that everything was executed properly. That's what I found difficulty in doing. Especially as kind of like the director. I guess as a director, I was listening to everything, but I found that at times I was kind of like, yeah, it was very difficult to kind of manage everything all at once.
This is what African timing. You can say that again. We would have gone here soon if that guy was to do the most game number. He was cute though. He had 0 game. These people are not it. You can say that again. Yo, what are you saying this? Let me come down.
Hold the train doors! There's someone being carried back there. Wait, no, I can't make it. I'm too burst.
Oh, Wizzy, how do you expect me to hold you up if you keep swaying? We know how to boys to drink.
Shoo, how's Wizzy holding up? Do you mind helping us carry our friend? What are you saying, miss?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! What are you doing in here? Oh my god, I can never escape this girl. Are you following me? Me following you?
You don't know this shopper.
Unfortunately, she went to my
Anyway, thank you. We wouldn't have been able to get Wizzy on without you.
You're welcome. Yeah, no problem. Wait, I think I saw you dancing like that as well. I really love your fit.
Oh, thanks. I can say the same for you. I go by the name of Marley, by the way.
I'm Aminata, and this is Sephora.
Aminata, that's a really beautiful name. What does it mean?
Yeah, it means faithful. I named after my grandmother from Senegal.
Senegal. I was wondering what flag you were holding. And I can't quite picture where you're from either, Sephora.
She's a Congolese babe, actually. Yeah, he couldn't tell from my waistline.
Now arriving at Birmingham International.
That's the Tanzanian flag, right?
Yeah, that's right. I sound like I've lived in the UK all my life, but I actually moved here from Dar es Salaam when I was 11.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I've only ever lived in London. Honestly, the UK is a massive downgrade compared to where I'm from. I just miss being in Nigeria so much. This place is, it's not fit.
I understand how you're feeling then. What I do to go back there. I'm from Barbados.
But I got so much of Ray and nephew in me. I'm basically Jamaican. Introducing girls to sleep as one man and next one guy.
I didn't say your name.
Then what? Oh, sorry. My name is Wizzy.
To the people.
Yeah, I've got a reputation to think about.
Sit down, Joe. So what's your real name then?
Shh. That's for me to know and for you to not find out. No, I'm not going to say that. You can't tell me what to do. You're not going to do. I'm going to explain. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Whoa. P-R-I-D-E. When they see me, it's I see three. When I see we, I see three things. Queens and kings begin with first because first of all, we were the first of all to touch the earth, and anywhere you go, you can still find our footprint. Before the blueprint was the black print. Also, we're not a monolith. There's more to black than just rappers and convicts, conflicts. What about presidents, doctors, teachers, nurses? There's no limit to what we can accomplish. And so if they think that's our endpoint, then we'll go further. Even when the pressure is getting worse. Why? For diamonds, even though they stole us, so we stay shining, even when it's so dark. No chance you can ever take my worth. There's no chance you can ever take these words that I'm about to speak. Listen to what comes next. There's no chance you can ever make me less. I'm infinity, for my divinity. Mix, you're an empress, bro, you're a king. We need to recognize this melanin as an evidence of eminence. You're great by birthright. You're more than just a resident of Earth. We bear the image of the Most High too. So we're royalty by virtue. That's pride. P-R-I-D-E. A pride is the second thing I see. That's a pack of lions who won't stay lying on their backs as they're lying to our face, bigging up ourselves while they beat it to our race. But wait, let me take a second of the time. It's depressing how all they'll lose is seconds of their time if they even get charged for a crime against us. See, sometimes it feels like it just is. But we still rise and fight for some justice. Hear me out. You can't take away our dignity, ability to unify. We define the world while it's turning against us. We define our value. You can't relegate us. We write our story, we hold the paintbrush, and if you won't forget, then we'll say their names. Chris Kappa, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Jonathan Wright, man. This ain't right. Living in a place where the system's against us. But we still hold our heads up high. They clip our wings, but we still fly. We still soar, we roar with lions. So trust me when I say that's pride. P-R-I-D-E. The third thing I see when I look at us is pride. Pride in ourselves for beating the odds and overcoming all expectations, breaking the barriers and the limitations, opening the doors with no invitations. I'm an alien. Isn't it ironic how my dark skin can brighten up this space? No representation. You see, that's that feeling when you're the only one like you in your lecture hall, like you did an interview and you get the call and you didn't even have to talk white. Black policeman, have a brother in power. Not 50 Cent, but someone who's 2 cents and change policies. Use the other 48 to live poverty. Black in power that does their job properly. Pride, when you see another young black prodigy, don't get it twisted, black is excellent by default. It's pride when we stand and it's pride when we revolt. It's pride is our lifeline, without it we bleed out. So hear me clear, black out fear, and ignore the noise of life. Hear me now, hear me rap. This right here is the voice of pride.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up, Mariam? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're good?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How does it feel to be sitting in the interview chair, the hot seat?
It's different. It's bright. It's different.
It's bright,
yeah. It is what it is. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine.
Can you tell me about some of the themes that you explored in your sections?
Okay, so the first section, the key theme was identity. I wanted that to be a key theme all over. And I also really wanted to incorporate spoken word into the piece. I'd seen some pieces on social media that had a spoken word artist speak over an instrumental. And I don't know, an instrumental that really stood out to me was Poetic Justice by Kendrick Lamar and Drake, which was a sample by Janet Jackson. So I spoke to the leader of spoken word, which is Chris, and then I asked him to help, write a little piece in the beginning and the end to tie it all together. And the key theme was identity and also a bit of Black love. The outfits that everyone was wearing was to show individuality and expression within Black people, Black men and Black women through different aesthetics. I think it's kind of a representation of me because I don't really like to stick with one thing. Like, I'm like, today I'll wear this one outfit, but like next day I'll wear something completely different. So I just wanted something that showed how Black people express themselves differently through their clothing. So then the guys would walk to Kendrick Lamar's version of the song, and then the sample, which was Janet Jackson, the girls would walk to, and then it would round up at the end with like the last verse from Poetic Justice. And yeah, they had a little like, not like romance, but there was like a bit, the key thing, there was a theme of like Black love in it, so then there was the thing and like the routine and stuff like that.
And the fit on my brother.
Yeah, that was the first.
From wishes and prayers to stitches and hair. That's rare. You can't style for the style. We're the ones pushing the dial. Round here, I'm in style, see, and shit's on my jeans. Can't you tell by the stitch on my jeans? Babylon was the top of the peak. Now the black's at the tip of our seam. In my black heart, it's black art. War rags, bad start. The guns on my arms and a leg. All what they want, pay an arm and a leg. Send out a text for the textiles. It's an event when we step now. The culture's in every vest, every dress whenever we dress down. No cap, it's a new era. Our expression is few better. Best part when I'm dressing up, I know we're getting down together. Come my people, stay with me. The style we have, it ain't pick we. Niggas lie we, proper fly see. The world learn from the best like Whitney.
Second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room perfume. Go, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know you taste this a little bit. High maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. You're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, when your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that. Pour up plenty of champagne. Pour
I really hope you play this, cause oh girl, you test my patience with all these seductive photographs and all these one-off vacations you've been taking. Clearly a lot for me to take in, it don't make sense. Young East African girl, you too busy fucking with your other man. I was trying to put you on game, but you on a plane, take you and your mama to the motherland. I could do it, maybe one day, when you figure out you're gonna need someone. When you figure out it's all right here in the city and you don't run from where we come from. That sound like poetic justice, poetic justice. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you got adjusted. I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to the fun sex, your natural head, your soft skin, and your big ass and that sundress. Ooh, good God, what you doing that walk for? When I see that thing move, I just wish we would fight less and we would talk more. They say communication save relations, I can tell, but I can never right my wrongs unless I write them down for real. They become a taboo, making sure my punctuation curve, heavy letter is true, living my life in the margin, and that metaphor was proof. I'm talking poetic justice, poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, you need to hear this. Love is not just a verb, it's you looking in the mirror. Love is not just a verb, it's you looking for it, maybe. Call me crazy, we can both be insane. A fatal attraction is common, and what we have common is pain. I mean, you need to hear this. Love is not just a verb, and I can see power steering. Sex drive when you swerve, I want that interference. It's coherent, I can hear it.
As I said, our clothes are expression of everything, from joy to our sadness, to our happiness, to our worship, to our love. It's truly a blessing that we do what we do. I mean, it must be a gift from above, because nobody can do it quite like us. It's us who they emulate, take, and regurgitate. But nothing hits quite like the real deal. They say black identity is just our skin or what our ancestors did. It's fitting that they forget all the clothes that we fit in. For every stitch in our clothes, there was a stitch in our skin. What we wear outside reflects the memories of within. Our traditions live through generations in our clothes, so we're never by ourselves, even if we are alone. Years, decades, centuries went into our hearts, our history, and therefore our clothes. We tell stories with these outfits, of our people and of our own, so our identity can't ever be unknown. We wear our hearts on the sleeves of our tracksuits, dresses, shirts that we pay an arm and a leg for, cause that's what we do. More than that, it's who we are. From close or from afar, you know when you see a star, like?
Hi.
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nice. Hi, Isabel.
Hi, Jeffrey.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Can you tell me what you did for Afrofest?
I was the stage manager for Afrofest.
Isabel, can you tell me what you did in Afrofest?
I was assistant stage manager for Afrofest. Do you want me to go into detail?
Not just yet. I'm going to ask you the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. How did you find that?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
I'm guessing there was quite a lot to do in that.
So much.
So much.
So much to do. Yeah, so a lot of meetings, a lot of organising.
To me, stage manager just seemed like someone who ran the process of behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely but the thing is, when you say behind the scenes is literally everything. So you're literally running everything. There's nothing that's happening in Afrofest that you don't know about. You're involved in every pocket of it, which is exciting, but it's also super stressful. My official job was to make sure, like you said, everything behind the scenes worked out. So making sure backstage was set, people knew how to behave backstage, mics, sound, light. On the day, all these things kind of came together. So on the day, I would say I was stage manager, But before that, in like the pre-Afrofest stages of like, rehearsals and all that jazz, I was just the fixer.
Can you describe to me Afrofest in one word? The production itself, in one word.
Oh. I'm gonna say evolutionary. I feel like, in one sense, because obviously it like happens every year, it's always getting better, evolving. But also like just doing Afrofest. Like in first year, I did Afrofest as a drama participant, and like that. I'm not gonna say it like changed my life, but doing Afrofest, like that. The friends you make in Afrofest, the skills you pick up, that kind of stuff that changes you, and then doing it again, but being assistant stage manager, but being behind the scenes, that also changes you. Like all the things you pick up from doing that, like that's something that's gonna stick with you. It's gonna be a core memory for the rest of your life. So yeah, evolutionary. And making sure that nothing exploded. I had to make sure things did not explode, basically.
Yeah. First.
Imagine the chances. I didn't realize she was coming to Warwick. That's one place I had to forget.
Good morning, youngsters. Hey, tickets, please. Let's start here.
Oh my God, the one day I don't buy any tickets.
Me neither. What are we gonna do?
Who is me? I beg.
Oh, it's on the tape. Are you deaf? I said tickets, please. So you think you can outsmart me, eh? You and Fana, pretending to sleep won't cut it. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What? Ticket inspector?
Good morning, sleeping beauties. Sleeping beauties. So you finally decided to wake up.
Look, I can explain. Explain what? How can you not pay for a train ticket at your big age? I'm like, right? Who is talking to you? Please. As I was saying, there's an explanation to this misunderstanding.
Excuse me? It's very rude to call elders by their first name.
What? Kudzai?
Young lady, please have some manners right now!
You see, sorry, Uncle Kudzai. I just didn't see as much of an elder. You look so youthful to me. You're as much, what, 28? Stop lying.
Well, is that so? Even at 58, I'm still looking very youthful. Well, I was quite the ladies' man back in Harare, you know.
Good morning. This is Rebecca speaking. We are currently stuck at the time due to some technical difficulties. We will keep you updated. Please remain in the current package. Thank you for your cooperation and we apologize for any inconvenience caused.
Well, I guess we're gonna be stuck with each other for a while then. Where are you youngsters coming from?
Oh, we're actually coming back from a night out. Wizzy over there couldn't hack it.
What do you mean I couldn't?
Yeah, there was a club in Birmingham hosting an event called Wreck Your Flag.
Birmingham? That sounds like a fun night, eh?
Yeah, I want you to shake that back in the day, didn't you, Uncle?
Used to. Oh, till this day, I'm always on the My wife hates it, but I love going to music gigs. But I know she's just looking out for me and my diabetes.
My grandmother had diabetes.
But I don't let that stop me. Till this day, my wife has to drag me away from the dance floor. But none of this, what you might call it, Burna Boy, Afro piano, Ama beats, dancehall, can top the music we used to listen to back in the day.
Which artists?
Oh, you're too young to know. Oliver Mutukudzi was what I listened to as a young man in Zim. His use of Shona lyrics to paint pictures. His use of Shona idioms. Oh,
so this guy was all lyrical in that. That day.
I guess you could say that. He was the voice of a generation. He's the reason I learned to play guitar. Oh, I can picture it now. Those are the days.
Oh, Toddy, what shall we do? Sinzinjan.
What shall we do?
What shall we do?
Stefan. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm seeing you wear that varsity jacket.
And
there's a role behind that.
absolutely.
There's also a name that's spelled wrong.
No, I think this was correct though.
That's correct.
I think it's correct.
Say swear. But your name is Stefan.
Yes.
Yeah, as in Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
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 As I said, there's a role on that back of that varsity jacket. What's that role?
That role is treasurer.
So you're the money man, innit?
I am the Mr. Money Man.
You're Mr. Money man. You're Mr. Money with that vibe right now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Come on, man. And I'm sure being involved in the production Afrofest is surely expensive.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely fantastic to see. And it's actually the fact that we were able to do it under budget.
Under budget?
Under budget.
Wow.
It was.
For such a big production.
Absolutely.
One of the two biggest events that ACS offer. That's incredible.
It is,
Yeah.
and it just shows how fantastic everyone managed to work because, yeah.
Can you give a shout? I think you're the only one here. You're the only one that's going to get interviewed that is part of the exec. Can you? I say part of the exec, like you're just the exec member. You know what I mean? I know the exec had to handle a lot of stuff. So give some flowers to the exec.
Yeah, so I have to shout out firstly the director, Vincent, such a creative mind, putting everything together. The backstage team, so that was Clara, Rua and Yao, just working super fantastically behind the scenes. Then all our supervisors, so we had Tiana and Anne-Marie supervising choir, we had Tammy supervising spoken word, Josh handling drama so well, and then Doria and Kioli handling fashion. The exec team was just fantastic.
I like the way you control it. Mama, lip up, eh. Mama, lip up, lip up, eh. I like the way you roll. You make me lose control. Baby, let me know.
conscience. Me know how to fuck it. Pull up to me bumper. Pull up to me, pull up to me, pull up to me bumper. Me know how to fuck it. Pull up to me bumper. Pull up to me, pull up to me, pull up to me bumper. Me know how to fuck it. 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 Me know how to. Just pull up to me bumper. Pull up to me bumper. Come in a long black limousine and just bend me over. Pull up to me bumper. Pop out your key and shove it in.
When me pull up to your bumper, pull up to your bumper, cocky make you ball and make you scream. When me bend you over, big fat machine with your clap extension magazine. When me see that fat pussy up for your mama walk with your mama forget till you got from there. When me fling, more cocky to your pussy make you raise up, shake up, drop off my bed. Yeah, you are crazy.
Love them desire. Well, I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want to do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I'm not play number two. All I know the time is to get things jet. Need a lot of things. Everybody, give it to them. Take it to them. Give it to them. We're ready. Roll the board. Roll the board. Roll the board. Roll the board. Now. Signal the plane on the signal the plane. Signal the plane on the signal the plane now. Pass on. Pass on, pass on it, pass on now. Pon the river, pon the bank, pon the river, pon the bank. Hey, give them a run, don't give them a run, yo. Give them a run, don't give them a run.
Freestyle. Yeah. 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 Sweat me. Everybody, Gwenda! Gwenda! Mama! Gwenda! Mama! Gwenda! Mama! Mama! Aloledi, 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 alole, Gwenda, Gwenda, Gwenda. Freestyle. Yeah. Yeah. Mama. So clap it up.
Afro?
Sorry. Okay, I'll be serious.
How you doing?
Hello, Jeffrey. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Uni is much, but I'm good. Yeah.
What do you study?
I actually study systems engineering.
Damn. Systems engineering?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
What's
I do your
funny?
exact same course.
Are you being for real?
I'm being very for real.
As in, wait, are you second year?
Yeah, I'm second year. Are you second year?
Yeah. How have I literally not seen you? Do you go to lectures?
I do go to lectures.
I literally go to my lectures. I've literally never seen you before.
That's a lie. Were you at the 9 a.m. today?
Oh.
Got him.
Today was
oh.
Today was a miscellaneous day, but I'm usually there.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
know you.
Afrofest.
I know you.
Okay.
I know who you are. Mm-hmm. You're to me, you're somewhat of an ambivert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the times when you're definitely more introverted, and there's times when you're very much outgoing, kumbaya type, you know. Yeah.
Please. Nobody knows what kumbaya.
Yeah. How did it feel to be a supervisor for one of the most standout sections in Afrofest history? Because I've seen many a dance section in Afrofest. I've watched some, I'm not going to say all, that'd be lying. I've watched some of the previous dance sections. This one is one of the best I've ever seen.
It was quite interesting in the sense because I actually partook in the dance as well. It was an interesting dynamic, being supervisor, being exec, but also meeting the first years and being in some of the dances. But honestly, overall, it was a really good experience. I really enjoyed seeing it from behind the scenes, feeding back between Vincent and Fian and Safira, and even Hannah Ray that helped to choreograph some of the numbers. It was really nice just having that feedback circle, and I really enjoyed it because it allowed me to even choreograph a bit myself, but just have that overarching figure. So it was actually really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it.
Could you tell me why you chose supervisor instead of leader?
I chose supervisor because I was worried that I was on the exec. Okay. So being leader, that's your head choreographer. There was 30 minutes worth of choreo in Afrofest. Yeah. And although I can choreograph here and there, that's not my forte. And studying engineering, you also study, being on the exec and athletics and other commitments I had, I knew I didn't have it in me to choreograph 30 minutes worth of choreo, but I knew as a supervisor, I could really excel in that role.
I've seen you on a couple posters on this campus. Kylian Mbappe, I'm getting a silly back. Kylian Mbappe, if I have it, I'm going to insert the picture right here. Kylian Mbappe, come get your celebration back. Did you ever have to execute that kind of fold arms mentality with your dancers?
When you say fold arm, what do you mean?
You're strictly observing exactly what they're doing. Because I went to a couple of the dance rehearsals. The atmosphere in there was good, but also tense, because it was very much we need to get this right mentality.
Mm-hmm. I would say it definitely changed as we got closer to Afrofest, because in the beginning we had a lot of time. I think we had 8 weeks worth of rehearsal, so just exactly 2 months to rehearse. So at the beginning we could afford to mess around and joke about, and I'm quite a charismatic person anyway, so I would always be messing about in rehearsal. And then sometimes when Vincent was there, when Fian was there, you just play music, we'd just start doing the most. Or even when the exec came to visit, we'd just have a good time. Yeah, when it got closer to Afrofest, it was more of a sense okay guys, need to get this done. But even in that, keeping in mind that what Afrofest is a celebration. It's something to ease freshers into university. It's something where people could have fun. It's not a dance academy. So I never got too tight fold arms, because at the end of the day, we're all just there to have fun. We're performing in front of our friends and family. So it's not as if it's do or die. But when things had to get done, it would just be okay, send a message into the group chat. Okay, can everyone please let me know, if you're going to be here? Attendance was a big one that I had to pick up on, why when you're at rehearsal, have you picked up the stuff? Because it affects formation and stuff. But it was never really strict fold arms, because that's not my leadership style, and because I wanted to keep the atmosphere of Afrofest. It was our 10-year anniversary. I wanted people to really enjoy it.
Fair enough.
na me dunga. Grotia, na me boompa. December, remember. Yes, of ones to be in the moon all night. 1 million, me a despite. Take away, baby, fried rice. Fine eyes, that's what me want, I'm a tuning me. I don't win Dindi. Like I'm a mini padindi. I'm my own feeling. If you can't have a Jamaica, you get a position in South Africa. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me one time, baby. After two shots, I want my baby. I want my baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me one time, baby. After two shots, I want my baby. I want my
many a theme be mentioned in your spoken word section. So I want to know what drove you to talk about some of these themes that were mentioned. So I remember the role of black men within society, the Dear Black Man. I remember pride, of course. There was nostalgia. There was, so what was the driving force behind that?
Obviously, each of the spoken word people had an assigned voice that I obviously created and gave to them. The reason was because I think that these were like four of many things that I think are prevalent feelings within the community. So obviously the voices were growth, pride, nostalgia, and doubt, which I think are like when we are having conversations about, you know what I mean, like blackness as a whole, these are things that come up very often. So I thought, you know, why not give an actual voice to those feelings? I think it would be nice to personify them type thing. So yeah.
Nostalgia, a sentimentality for the past. Like when we used to run for the double-decker bus but it passed with my oyster, I was just trying to see food fast. It was a time when we could rock our hair, look so fresh and clean without feeling like an outcast. Now life's becoming a scary game that we're trying to escape like Outlast, but you cannot outlast the number of times that we've been asked, can I touch your hair? When the only cells black boys knew had to do with BBM or chloroplast. How I passed through my end, smashing a football into a window, shattering glass to shards. Shower reflection, black complexion. We didn't understand it, it was too complex like an apartment that a part of us meant that we would be bypassed. We used to learn about decimals and fractions before we knew anything about quarter cast. See, our future nostalgia will be the blast of you downcast. Last, now everybody go drought breakfast. And these moments turn to memories and provide support, amending no cast. Nostalgia may hit fantastically, but we cannot predict the forecast like a flash of lightning. Life seems to go so fast. Do you remember when we had hairstyles that we need to ask? Not something you can just pick and drop. Not trending, just part of the black community. You know, the fades and high top. When your Jamaican barber messed up so bad your hairline was doing the lean and bop. And just like that, we had vibes you could never stop. And these vibes will never stop. Karate Kid taught us in this life, chop or be chopped, take notes. Notes. When he dropped, it always hit. He said you should sit back, down, bump. What do you mean? Because nothing hit harder than a parent's belt, or sandal, or spoon. I know you know what I'm talking about. When I said come out tonight, it wasn't nah I'm broke, it was I'm coming soon. When I said network, it wasn't LinkedIn, it was cartoon. And when I said black, it was change your black shoe and not cool child anyways. I have to walk down memory lane because the road's got potholes and plot holes. If I said this to my younger self, she would say you're a bad storyteller because you've definitely lost the plot. For her it was Barbies, Bratz, Monster High, the lot.
And we hadn't had a clue about, and we'd never had a clue about thinking about childhood experiences. Michael Jackson, a psychological thriller, Xbox 360, Call of Duty, someone called me, so I had a Nintendo Wii. Then I imagined a French kiss, my high school crush, ooh wee wee, oh, you and I. We used to dream and play under the night sky, and they say curiosity killed the cat, but I reply with this cat has 9 lives. Hey, we ain't pussy. I wish AB could see literally our history. For me, for we, this is our nostalgia.
I do what I want, I do what I like, I know what face, I no fear nobody, nobody. I do what I want, I do what I like, I know what face, I no fear nobody, nobody.
I can tell you did your reading, and I can tell you did your research, and it's worked very, very well. I think from what you've told me that you got your vision into the production quite well. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that you got, like, you had the vision that you had in your head, you managed to reflect that on stage?
Yeah, I'll say we got almost everything that we wanted. There was one scene we weren't able to get in, but it was more to do with time. So Maya, who was also involved with writing the drama script, is actually a scene that she'd mostly written. It was going to be a flashback for one of the characters, but just because of time restraints, we weren't able to put it in, but we managed to work it into some of the other scenes.
We brushed on Mine earlier. Have you got any words of gratitude for Mine?
I wouldn't have been able to do it without Mine, because I think any of the Afrofest roles, it's a big commitment, and to have someone that you can trust and like has got your back, it always helps. And also she's a really experienced actor, so like a big shout out to her, because she really understands the craft and like what works on stage, what doesn't. I've done a lot of acting. This is actually the first time that I'd written a full script, so having someone that has a little bit more experience of like the technicalities of how things would play out helps a lot as well. So combining like my own experience and her experience as well, it means that we're able to get the most out of each other.
To be young again. Those are the good old days.
Being young isn't all that. People are so rash and thoughtless.
And some people show you their true colours.
This may be true, but you still have time to make things right.
Yeah, like you and me, Seppi, when you came crying back to me after so long.
I mean, we're not doing this today. You were the one that started crying. Just a bit like you used to be when you were in primary school.
No, all I know is that you miss my mum's cooking. She always gave me more chicken and shakri than anyone else.
Well, I was definitely your parents' favourite. Your dad would always call me second door and that.
Like, you're with us so much, you basically became my sister. Wait, do you remember that one dance routine we made for that Mabel song?
What was it called again?
Finest Keepers! Oh, we thought we were it. Gosh, that was our song. If we hadn't got back in touch after so long, I would have been miserable. Like, people used to walk all over me.
I mean, you're one of the coolest people I know. If I was there, I would have slapped anyone who messed with you. You didn't deserve any of that crap you went through.
No, I appreciate that about you, Seppi. Like, never change. Thanks for helping me find my voice again.
Oh, stop being soppy. But for real though, you and your parents were really there for me when I needed it. I don't know how I could pull through without you guys.
Oh, guys, look.
We're secondly friends again. How cute. Oh. Anyway, did I hear from the context he was really feeling me?
Actually, he did just snap back.
Ugh, this is exactly how it was in secondary school. All Seppi and I spoke about was boys.
Yuck.
Shayo, you're such a beg. You can't keep my name like that with our friends. So don't ever call me Seppi. Now, if you excuse me, I'm having an important conversation with my actual friend. Hey, talking about boys.
conversation. Every single thing that comes out of your mouth is rubbish. How did you even want to make it into uni, Seppi?
If you knew what was good for you, you'd sit down and face your front. Grow up!
Me, I should grow up. You are literally gatekeeping a name.
But is it not my name? And you probably just know what gatekeeping is from a market.
Guys, let's take a minute. See? You know the crazy thing is, I actually wanted to say secondary school without getting suspended. So do not confuse me for you.
Oh, children, please, let's stop arguing.
No, because she's looking for it. You were always a pain in the neck, weren't you? I'm surprised you haven't managed to drive off every single friend you ever made.
Well, you see, the crazy thing is, I actually know what it means to be a friend. And I can send it to one who's head full of rocks.
Because you're so good at helping your friends, or just making their lives a living hell.
Oh my God, here we go again. You never even took the time to understand why I did what I did. But you know what, it makes so much sense. How can I take someone like you to be mature? Because you're so good. Nah, I'm leaving here. Guys, come on, let's not make this worse. Please.
I'm sick and tired of her talk.
You don't want your new friends to see who you really are. You know what, it makes so much sense why you're always seeking attention. I mean, it's not your parents that much for you as a child. You're almost always in the office while your dad. That man that is shooting up you or your brother.
No, this is what you do, Shekemi. No,
Dear black man, they like to say we've come a long way, but the only distance we've achieved is the one between us. Dear black man, they like to say that we're all in this race together, but we're not, because unsurprisingly you're cheating. Dear black man, you're not supposed to push us out of the way to win first place, because you're not supposed to compete against your own teammates. It's a relay race. So stop dropping the baton and participate. Dear black man, the only thing we seem to have in common is our race, but you put my light-skinnedness on a spectrum and erase my identity until I'm not even black anymore. Until I'm bruised, red, purple, blue, I'm coloured by your colorism, because there's always a dark-skinned black man reminding me how black I am. As if the white man is paying you, but they're using you and you're letting them to. Dear black man, dear black man, that's why your every move is a business transaction where they trade your salary for silence and currency for compliance, and the worst thing is, you comply. Dear black man, they like to say we've come a long way, but they still treat you man like slaves. And with your lack of initiative, you say yes master as they put you in business body bags and clothe you in corporate carcasses prepared especially to lay you in. Dear black man, why do you think white men wear black suits? They wear your skin as armor, use your teeth as chainmail, and fashion your fingers into swords, so that whilst you believe you have shattered their glass ceiling, remember that they made it from glass on purpose. So whilst you're protected by a layer of your toxic masculinity, the shards from the recklessness of your behavior cuts a black woman in half. Dear black man, I always have to divide myself into one for you And another one for you. I give everything to you and receive your problems in return, packaged and preserved prettily in a parcel of your foolish pride. Dear black man, you forget that these people will take everything from you in a heartbeat. And you forget that I'll give my everything to you, even my heartbeat. But remember where you come from, because in these streets, they don't want your heart to beat. So eventually, that corporate black tie that you tie so pridefully around your neck will become the noose they'll use to hang you. Dear black man, you're like a plant to them, because they're preparing to put you in the ground, and it's a black woman who digs the grave to lay you in. It's a black woman who packs your organs back into her womb. It's a black woman who stitches you back together using her stretch marks as thread. Dear black man, I use my skeleton as scaffolding to build your home, and you allow them to call it the living room, whilst every time you enter, you're opening the door to a mass grave. Dear black man, how do I explain why there's milk in the fridge, but daddy's place at the table is still empty? Dear black man, you want me to call you daddy, but who put the milk in the fridge in the first place? Dear black boy, you like to call yourself a provider, but all you have provided me with are lies. So teach me how to lie like you. Teach me how to hate my roots like you. Hate the woman that gave birth to you. Teach me how to stop loving you the same way you will never love me too. Dear black man, is it so wrong that I want to become your ribs that God fashioned me from at the point of creation again, just so I could be close to your heart for once? And it's funny, because when all of this is over, you and I are still not going to want to have the conversation. And it's funny, because when all of this is over, all you would remember, when all of this is over, all you would think about is the fact that I said men are trash, because you're still too ignorant to read between the lines. So as usual, I'm going to spell it out for you. Dear black man, I love you, but you make it so fucking hard to. Dear black man, they like to say we've come a long way, but how much further must I run for us to finally come far enough?
Hey, she's cold. You never told me you're an artist.
Oh, thanks. I usually go by they, them, just so you know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even mean it like that. I guess what I meant to say is, man, I wish I could draw like this.
You should see my design portfolio. This is light work.
Harry, man said light work. You're wavy still. But seriously, who taught you to draw?
I actually learned from my granddad in Tanzania. He had one just like it. He'd spend hours just designing clothes, getting lost in the linen and losing. Whenever he couldn't solve a problem or fix a situation, I guess I picked that up after him. He was a real artist, the best tailor in Dar es Salaam. All the fits I wore as a kid were made by him. I want to design like him too, create like him, bring to life all the things he did, and wasn't able to.
Wow, you make this look so easy.
Thank you. Sometimes creating gets tough though. Everyone is counting on me to make it, to be successful. But I'm just trying to figure myself out. All this pressure on my shoulders.
Nyarana! What's your problem?
Girl, please.
Can't you two stop arguing?
It's her!
Anyway, carry on, Mwanangu. I'd love to see more designs of yours.
Sure thing. I've got a few pieces in here which I know you guys would love.
And then the second section was, I wanted something really like loud and fun, like super girly. Like initially, all of the girls were supposed to be in that section, but then we had some technical difficulties. But basically for that section, I wanted it to be like a super feminine section. And I wanted it to show like hyper femininity. And the theme was basically, the styling was very Y2K, which is what I'm wearing right now, kind of, clearly. Even before our section, one of the spoken word pieces were about like Black women and how Black women and their femininity always been questioned. So I feel like it would be like a nice little contrast to that, like having, Black women being in the spotlight, being seen as super desirable, super feminine. I thought it'd be quite nice. So I just wanted something like really fun. And also, I'm also a fan of pop music. So I thought some pop music would be nice. That section was really good for the girls, because I think a lot of the girls were quite shy initially. So I think that section really brought them out their shell, and they had a lot of fun with it. They wore their heels, it was super cute. I had to style most of them. I didn't understand how like hard styling was initially. At first I was like, okay, well, you just kind of tell them what you want to wear and do that. But it's actually quite hard. So styling like basically all of the girls was very, very hard. But it's a challenge I took on. And yeah, the second section was super cool. I had like an idea in mind. I wanted it to be super big and super loud, very dramatic. So the beginning parts, it was supposed to be like spotlight here, like all the poses were very like dynamic and sharp. So the girls were supposed to pose like this and then like that, and then like do some bits in canon, do some bits in unison, and then do that, and then do like group walks and then solo walks. So for the second section, was that my favorite section?
Next. Too dirty to clean my act up. You ain't dirty. You ain't here to party. Ladies, move. Gentlemen, move. Somebody ring the alarm. A fire on the roof. Ring the alarm. And I'm throwing elbows. 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 Who ready to party? And I'm throwing elbows. Ring the alarm. And I'm throwing elbows. Ring the alarm. And I'm throwing elbows.
Oh, overdue. Give me some room. Coming through. Paid my dues. In the mood. Me and my girls gonna shake the room. DJ spinning. Show your head. Let's get dirty. That's my jam. I need that to get me off. Sweating till my clothes come off. Music's close to speakers. I'm still till 6 in the morning. Table dancing, glasses of pressure. No questions, time for some action.
personal leadership style. You gesticulate a lot with your hands, especially. Where did that come from?
Okay, so I started leading choirs when I was 15, year 10, but I joined my first ever choir in year 8 when I was 13, and you know, I'm a pastor's kid. My church, they do like a big, you know, festival. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a part of the choir. I'd watch them and be like, nah, this is sick. And then I got there, all I could do was study our leader. A lot of people would know that he wasn't the nicest person in the world, and that's what I took the most from him. You can't have perfection and be very polite when there was like 100 kids. Yeah, you have to reach that perfection and then everything will come after.
Exactly.
What is this, 14, 15, 14. I joined the teenage choir, so that was like the children choir. I joined the teenage choir. That's where I met Fionn. She can attest, Kiki can attest, like everyone like that was there at one point can attest to the fact that our leader, Abigail, was literally like the epitome of perfection in every sense. I have a thing where I connect to my singers on a personal level, because that way you can tell them exactly what you want in a way that their brain will understand it. It's all right to sing it to them, but they need to be able to learn what you mean. So when they maybe want to do in the future, they can say, for me, taught me this. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that didactic approach is definitely something that I've gotten from my life in choir as a teenager all the way from till now. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Less than a dime, couldn't get your love. Couldn't get 20 minutes of attention. 50 minutes, now we on the phone for like 50 minutes. Can I use where to mention it? It was you from the start, no pretending. If a man wants shoot, I go defend it. You're the reason I don't know what to do. When you call my phone, girl, I know. Days just see how I need to build my zoo. I don't know what to do with you. No, I can't control. You done made me I don't know what to do with it. How can you say you love me?
You can cause trouble, my baby. You put a hole inside my baby. I cannot forgive my baby. I used to spend my husband. I used to make sure baby. I never made you my baby. I never did no such thing to her.
When I less than a dime, couldn't get your love. Couldn't get 20 minutes of attention. 50 minutes, now we on the phone for like 50 minutes. Can
Can't get your love, can't get your love, can't get your love. What behind you? Love will get you quick. When I think about the things you do, something they tell me to marry you. What behind you? Love will get you quick. When I think about the things you do, something they tell me to marry you. Because everything I want, ain't
for life, I can hold you tight and all night, hold you tight and no good life for you. If you see me with a foreign girl in the front seat of a foreign car, I know you know what I'm coming for. So there's no use in asking what I want. With every passing moment, thoughts of you run through my head. Every time that I meet you, I realize that you're heaven sent. I think you're truly something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around, oh, baby. I really like what you've done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like what you've done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into what you thinking. Stop blaming me. You wasn't man enough for me. If you don't know now, here's your chance. See, I've already had your man. Do you wonder just where he's been? Yeah. Worry about him, yeah. Now it's time you know the truth. I think he's just the man for you. You can't change. Did you know my heart's like this? Did you know that's just his best? Girlfriend, I'm not thinking about it. Did you marry him? Did you know I made him leave? Did you know he played to stay? Last night, everyone is on me. I have to say to the love of my life, my don't cry, I need more and shy, 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 I need more and
I'm the Senate of Jaye, Prince of Serene. Slow down, Masari. With the bono felele, Director of Settlement, the Governor of Merriment. Oh, yeah, tell me, lossy.
Welcome to East Africa, Sudan. Ethiopia, Eritrea,
حماتي
Somali.
laba aynigood iska eegtayo iska amina ammaan mudane inta cashaqo isku ooyayo is-ilaashada ammaan mudane axdiga dhigteen
Kenya.
yani kiboko sijamuona kama yeye yani kiboko sijamuona kama yeye yani kiboko sijamuona kama yeye yani kiboko
Tanzania.
Aya twende tetema, oh mama tetema, tipo tetema, oh mama tetema. Aya twende tetema, oh mama tetema, shuka chini tetema, oh mama tetema. Tetema, yani kama umepigwa shoti. Tetema, ipe miganisho ya roboti. Tetema, ukutani hadi kwenye kochi. Tetema, kwenye giza mama.
أقصونه إنا كنت على أنا love you more than my life أنا أحبك يا حبيبي نقب دامي مسانا ووجد ذا عاشقيها أقصونه إنا كنت على أنا love you more than my life أنا أحبك يا حبيبي نقب دامي.
You literally just said you have to make sure that things didn't explode.
Oh.
And I know that sometimes, like rehearsals, especially rehearsals on the day I was there, it was nearly an explosion.
Yeah. I think just like briefly talking about beforehand, it was very much like, you know, trying to deal with people, make sure everyone is like, you know, on the same page, all the different groups and acts were working well together, finances were handled, just making sure everything was coordinated. And then on the day, it felt like, at least like on the people side, it was fine, but on like the, you know, bureaucratic side of like, you know, forms and things like that and making sure everything was set and ready for the people side to work. It was like everything I had made sure did not exploded.
Oh.
And it was just like, wow, months.
Yeah. You say that you ran the behind the scenes procedures, basically ran everything. And sometimes...
With Maya's help.
Of course, with Maya's help. And I know sometimes rehearsals were a nightmare. I know that for a fact. Can you tell me about the rehearsals, the days before Afrofest, the days leading up to Afrofest?
Oh, God. God. Those...
How did you guys manage to replicate a stage in...
Yeah, those full day rehearsals, those 9 to 5s. Did one on my birthday. Oh my gosh. That was a day. Yeah.
Did one on your birthday.
Yeah, coming in early in the morning, setting up that Westwood room into a big rectangle, measuring the floor out. Putting the tape on the floor and then watching people ignore the tape on the floor. Wow, yeah.
Making a wing and then watching that wing.
Yeah. Every so often the tables will move closer and closer, the stage gets smaller and smaller. Yeah, people showing up 5 minutes early, people showing up 10 minutes late. Fashion, where is fashion? That's a question.
Where's fashion?
Yeah, even on the day, where was fashion? Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, it sounds like it was a nightmare. Can you tell me a bit more about the struggles that you had to overcome?
I'm very much a person that's to be in control of things, and like when you're managing something, you can't control people's every action. People are going to do whatever they want to do, and you just have to kind of like roll with it. Yeah, things are constantly changing. Like even up to someone's performance, they texted me like 5 minutes before, "Oh, can we do this instead?" And I was like, "Okay, calm, cool, yeah, I'll sort that for you," because it was very much about like helping people achieve what they wanted to achieve, like putting their vision first. So whatever I could do to accommodate that, I was gonna try and do my best.
Huh? What's going on? Huh? Hey, Isaac! What are you doing?
The striker leads to the ball on the volley. What a sweet strike it was. What a wonderful volley. It's a wonderful ability to have his neck to connect so strongly. It's all about timing and volley.
Are you serious? These boys. My goodness. Are you serious? What is this nonsense I'm watching? Even I could do better than these useless players. Hey, you know me. I was quite distracted back in my what? Before you hurt your knee. Remy, tell her how good I used to be. You don't know. In those days, It's your father. He was the best ball player in all of Nigeria. Now, wow. You two lot to get up on me. If we're not good, you will tell me right now. You know, I never really understood this was strong football. Every day football. It's not enough. Honestly, like me too, mommy, I love football. But you chose such a bad team. Bad team? Yes. You see this? I'll be a gunner to the day I die. You Arsenal fans are so funny. How do you pick a team that causes too much wahala? What? Would you rather I be a glory supporter and support a team like, what's this one now? Man City now? Yeah. No way. Over my dead body. Today. Calm down now. It's really not that serious, eh? Hey, no. In this house, we cannot raise any glory supporters. First, she won't say that she wants to support a team like Man City. Chasing trophies. And before we know, she wants to be a trophy wife as well. What? That you want? Sitting on her bum, married to some stupid man. Instead of working for herself. That's the way it always works. My daughter, you know what? Okay. That's enough football talk. Remy? That reminds me, now that we're all together, can we please talk about what happened at school? I mean, seriously. Shame getting into a fight. What is going on in this house now? Like I said, you guys don't understand what's going on. I was just trying to help that stupid girl. That what? I was just trying to help that girl. And then she comes at me like I did something wrong. Shame. See how your mouth is moving like tab that does not have head. Spreading rumors about that young lady's family. That was very inappropriate. No one she even slapped you in front of all your classmates. Can I even take a slap? Mommy, you're supposed to be on my side. All I was doing was trying to help. That's not a big misunderstanding. That may be true, but it's still not your business, eh? Listen here, young lady. I don't want to be receiving any more calls from this little school. We came to the UK for you to have better opportunities. Not for you to be getting into trouble. I don't know. You guys don't understand. Ever since we moved to this stupid place, I've been getting insult upon insult. They've been making fun of my accent. They've been calling me a freshie. A freshie? Do you even know what that means? And then I finally found someone that's actually going to be on my side. Finally found someone that was my friend. And then she turns her back on me. How do you expect me to feel? Honestly, I wish we never left Nigeria. I hate this place so much. God, I wish we never left Grandma. At least she was on my side. Shame. Your grandmother was always too lenient with me. Can I even imagine what she would even say now? Shame. Uluwa shame. Excuse me. Let her have her way. Grandma was always the voice of reason. Now that she's not here, it's like there's nobody in my corner. Mommy, we're in your corner, and we love you. We're not moving to a new country is hard. It's hard for us too. But we have to stay strong. We are different to the people here. So they treat us differently too. When we do things wrong, or not in the best way, it always seems to come back to where we are from. So we have to be the bigger people. I don't even just take things though. But it means writing about whatever is the issue to live the best we can. Shame. You are our one and only. I will just want what's best for you, And your grandmother, she will say the same thing too. You cannot let your pride control your emotions. Today, it's you that is talking. I know you think she gets that pride from exactly. You, that was arguing with a Ghanaian man at church over jollof rice. Don't even start me on that one. This is your father. But really do thank God for you, Shane. Not that right? I can't hear you. Come now before I put this in your ear. Sorry, yes. Okay, I'm not done now. I'm going to take your hand here, okay? Thank you. Remy, the TV. Yes, you woman. This one that you're calling me, they are missing you already, Shola. Is everything alright?
Really?
Speak now. Or you want to give me high blood pressure?
The new diabetes treatment didn't work. Mommy died in the hospital in Ibadan.
Remy? Mommy, are you okay? Remy, please hold. Are you okay?
Remy, mommy is dead.
Sunday! My child!
From what I've heard, there was many a moment when Afrofest almost didn't happen. Can you talk about any of those challenges that you faced?
How many do you want me to tell you about? One. I'll probably mention the last one. So like even during the actual Afrofest day, the fact that so in terms of times when I thought like Afrofest wasn't gonna happen, I guess during Afrofest days, so in the morning / afternoon, when we had gone to the SU, everybody was there. We were ready to start our rehearsals because bear in mind we had the tech rehearsal, and then the SU wasn't ready. I assumed that everything would be done within 1 hour. 2 hours passed, SU wasn't ready. 3 hours passed, SU wasn't ready. It got to about 3 o'clock. We hadn't done a single tech rehearsal. Band wasn't there. We didn't have batteries for mics. So everything was kind of like go all over the place. And I guess why I used that example just because I had Maiwa. You was also there. Who else was there? Maiwa, Yumila, Isabel, all of them really supported me because I thought like if it wasn't for them three especially, I don't know how I would have done it because it was trying to organise other sections, update them on what's going on and making sure everybody's nerves are calm as well as trying to manage my own nerves. Working with the SE wasn't difficult. It was just hard to kind of like keep on track of like talking to them, updating them. I felt like I was having to go through so many different people as opposed to just like one direct person through SU, which I found very difficult. But yeah, everything fell into place.
You guys did it on the budget. Were there any times when that status was under risk?
Absolutely. With the finance world, everything is changing with an instant. The budget we wanted to have versus the budget we actually were able to get from the SU were not matching up. And there was definitely at times where we thought, how are we going to do it with X and Y amount of money? But yeah, it was, like I said, the way we were able to make it such a big showcase just goes to a testament to all the actors, to the performers, because it was really tough sometimes.
I can see that you dealt with those issues quite well. You did mention about comparing it to other Afrofests, like how they had a bigger budget. Was that substantially bigger or?
In some departments, it was quite noticeably bigger. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh yeah, the after party.
Right.
The after party.
The after party. Okay.
Yeah. How was the budget for that one?
What?
I know you got 3 performers in there. You did get 3 performers in there, and one of them is sitting across you.
Of course, I mean, fantastic.
I appreciate it, man.
It was even funny, like, there was one part of me doing treasury for Afrofest and the other part of me was actually doing backstage. And I had to really separate those 2 roles, which sometimes meant Vincent literally had, like, there was very much a time where I had to go to Vincent about a finance issue and then Vincent had to go back to me about the finance issue, but so I could wear a different role when I was dealing with it. So, yeah.
The last section.
Maybe the last section. That one there.
The last section was...
Stars, yeah.
It was very, very deep. Loads of people said that was their favourite one. It was a very visual section. And the main theme was basically just the music video from All the Stars and Black Panther. That was like my main inspiration from it. I don't know, I think I was very interested in like Afrofuturism as an expression of art. And I feel like the music video for that song really just captured it. It was just one time we were sitting in our kitchen. I was with like my 2 other leaders, Tatenda and Romello, and we were just talking about it and everything was just like making sense in my head. I was like, and then this happens, and then that happens, and then this, and then that. So the setup of the last section, we had like some 2 songs 2 like African songs in it. The girls did a couple routines. And the last section was very, very big. We had little headpieces. I actually got inspiration from my sister who does photography. She did one of her shoots. She had one of those, but I added the lights because it was all the stars. So we all had headpieces that had little lights on them. And then we all did like we all walked and make a pyramid at the end. And it was just very visual, and when you see it, you'll understand. But it was very, very good and very
Looking at you all night long. I'm in the middle of the street. How did I ever let you leave? Oh no, why did I drink this Hennessy? And I don't know what come over me. And I just want to make me come back. Don't want to lose it to nobody, no. My body no go breathe. And I don't know what come over you. As you see me, so I know about you. I swear to God, you can come out to. Cause something I've been wondering, I might just drunk or something. And I'm in love, and love, and love, and love, and like a monkey, a junkie for your love. I must be high or something, but now it doesn't really matter because I'm in the middle of the street. How did I
ever the noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. Try to get by, but I'm burning. That you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy.
Maybe the them what feels might let me know all the stuff. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me for me. If you do, I won't move. I ain't just cry for no reason. I ain't just pray for no reason. I give thanks for the day, for the hours, and another way, another life breathing. I did it all cause I feel good. I wouldn't do it all if you feel bad. Better live your life. We're running out of time. Let's talk about love. Anything you ain't wanted. Cause maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer. Cause maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer.
The title of this book, Undisputed, but the theme of it, correct me if I'm mistaken, the theme was nostalgia.
Nostalgia, yeah, 100%.
How did you get those elements of nostalgia in your choir? Through your track selection, whatever?
Okay, so when I found out about the theme, me and Fian, we went to NCS, we were in the middle of nowhere. Then we just managed to open our email. We had to hold our phones up in the sky to get some service. And we saw nostalgia, and I was like, that is sick. Because something about me that a lot of people know is that where I get like my music taste in regards to like vocals and stuff was definitely like, you know, that 90s girl group, R&B, like that kind of feel where the harmonies are tight. When I heard nostalgia, I was like, okay, cool. Whatever I do has to be able to take someone back to their childhood. Has to be able to be like, I remember this song. Do you get what I mean? And I also want that feel of making someone remember the moment right now so that in the future, they can think, wow, that was so nostalgic. Do you get what I mean? When they think back to Afrofest. So when it came to my track selection, that was definitely what I wanted to do. So obviously the second half, I had the samples and the new Afrobeat kind of feel to kind of like merge them two together. Do you get me? That's why I have Nayu and Obianuju. You know, they play both of them in the club. Two of them have two different vibes. And that's what I wanted to bring that together. So yeah.
Papa told me keep your head up high. Even though your body fell up by marks, follow them canines. Set them moving, I'm just living life. So many people in my business, so many shooking eyes. My fears are easy out of face now. In front of my haters, Seki chasing my paper, sipping my toe with no chaser. Steps are guided by Jehovah. 44 looking over. Them no fix up us, I know that. Every show is a shutdown.
Cause I stand strong.
Obio no go minus. Obio let me 9+. Big fish flow like the ocean. No, I stand strong. Dirty bitch, they my back up. Obio let me 9+. Can't deny my devotion. No, stand strong. Minus 9+. Dangote, still they find money, oh.
Dangote, still they find money, oh. I know they sleep on the money, oh. Who I be? Where make I no go find money, oh. I know they send anybody, oh. Me I dey hustle, come chuck up. Make you hustle, my loco. I know be uploader, I know be baller. I'm a top fucker. I go show you my color. Share my road, pay me a love, bolo. Me gaga more, ya one bolo. They might have plenty, and me on the sucker. Oh no. Dangote, still they find money. I know they sleep on their money. Who I be? Where make I no go find
so gone, gone. It's just another night, just another fight for my life. It's alright because everything dies, nobody know why. What thing I go do? What thing you go do when you're feeling like you're falling and you can't find nothing to hold on to?
Memories I carry me home, carry me home.
Sick and tired of it all, take me far away.
Mr. DJ, let me try. Now I know if he trust anybody. Now make a no fish out. My body don't tire. It make me mad. My head don't scatter. My holy father. My body don't tire. It make me mad. But my whole world is set on fire. Don't leave me alone.
Don't let them take my head and dance over my dead body, body.
I'm weak, I'm blind, give me the strength I need for my body, body. My body don't tire, it make me mad, but my whole world is set on fire. Don't leave me alone.
Don't leave me, don't leave me.
Don't leave me, don't leave me. Don't leave me, don't leave me.
Oh God, don't let me go down.
Don't let me go down.
They know my story. From Hold Up Studio. I be hustle to it. Me and City. From Hold Up Studio. I be hustle to it. My people did it. My people suffer. Them they pray for blessings. My people did it. Them they pray for blessings. For better living.
So many reasons why I wonder for you, my love. Now you're the one I retire with, my love. See all the little good things you do, they mean no. This distance is taking a hold on me for sure. Baby, come. I want to make me dead. Girl, I want to make you. I feel like making you. Yeah. I want to make me dead. Cololo. Pull over, pull over.
She can keep it okay. She can demo faster. She can keep it okay. She can demo faster. Now
some news. Let me check my radio. Hello? Is there any update? What's the problem now?
What's going on?
Child, I'm as baffled as you.
Man, it was exciting in the beginning, but I'm just not finding when to start training no more.
You and me both. I haven't eaten in hours. And I left my meds in the first carriage. What's the time? I could do with a boost.
Yeah, I could do with a couple magnums myself.
Busy. You were bent over nearly yakking all over yourself less than an hour ago, and all you can think of is drink.
What can I say? The party doesn't stop unless I do.
Bro, you're crazy.
Okay, what's first year for if not to not remember anything at all?
Busy.
Listen, what I'm trying to say, right, is that life is meant to be.
Wizzy!
Oh my God!
What's wrong with him?
He's hardly conscious and he's drenched in sweat.
You gotta live, Uncle! I meant to say you gotta live, Uncle!
Shut up, Wizzy! Sean, why are you just standing there?
Diabetes.
Right, you did mention it earlier on, but what do we do?
I've never done anything like this before. Yes, same.
Me neither!
You mentioned your grandma had diabetes, right? You must have some kind of experience. You've got to help him.
Come on, Shell, we don't know how much time he has left.
You can't let anyone down this train, man!
Stephanie, you have to snap her out of this.
Me? When? You are the one who's known her the longest. If anyone can help her, it's you.
You're always being the corner. I know how much she's hurting, but you've got to help her now.
Wait! We understand your hesitation before, but someone's life is on the line. Please, Uncle Kutsai needs you.
Remember when we first met? Before the fight? The first time we attended the lunchroom where you sat all by yourself? Even though you looked lonely, you were trying your hardest to look confident. And I guess I could relate. Trying to put on a brave face when you feel so alone. I know what it's like to regret Shayla. I know what it's like to lose and get hurt. I guess I always regret the fact that I couldn't be the support my mom needed. That she had to raise me and my little brother all by herself. You lost your grandma. And I know I never said it, but I was sorry. I am sorry. I know you always wished you never moved, that you were about to do something to help her, but you weren't. But you can do something right now to help save Uncle Goodside. Come on.
You're right. There's someone I can help.
Yeah, you don't have to lose anyone again. Ooh.
Okay, quickly, take your shirt off. Don't let it freeze. And does anyone drink water? I do. Thank you. And something sweet.
You should have said so earlier!
What kind of person snacks up on sweets? Going to a club?
Correction. What type of person snacks up on sweets? Coming from a club? What's one in the toilet? Never even saw me take them.
You are serious. Take this, drop this head, keep it cool.
You're going to be alright inside.
He's alive!
Yes, Uncle! That's Uncle Kudzai to you.
I'm sorry, Uncle Kudzai.
Oh, help me up.
There were a number of technical difficulties. However, all this resolved, and we will now be making our way to our next stop, Coventry.
Thank God. I'm ready.
Only took someone collapsing for the train to start moving again.
I'm still here, you know.
Don't call the emergency service.
No, young lady, go back, sit there. I'm good. I'm fit. Come on. Okay, anyway, before we get back, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for helping me.
We're just happy you're okay. As you should have always, guys.
And to the two of you, I want to say a special thank you. Putting aside your differences to help this old man is no easy thing.
You know, I never thought we would. We've practically been enemies for years. Yeah, my nemesis for real. The slander up on your name and the things I've said about you since. But you know, I never meant to spread those rumors about your family. Then who did? So I told a friend, who told a friend, who told a friend, and so you did? No, honestly, I didn't mean to. I only spoke to someone about your family because I was trying to help. You know, it's so funny. I was always trying to go back home, and you were trying to escape yours. I just thought if we sort a bit of ourselves, maybe we'd both be happy. But I was just a dumb kid.
No, home really is a tentative thing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to Tanzania, visit my grandpa and show him my designs.
Is it weird that I've never been to Senegal, but I see parts of Senegal on the streets of London?
Yeah, man, I hear that. I feel like home is with my mum now. I love being a joker just to see her smile.
You know, all this talk of home, maybe my wife is right. It's time for me to give you the rest.
You know, my home is my homeland. And being here was so hard. And then I met you, Sefi, and everything felt alright. You know, I never should have said all those things. I should have just considered you. And like, I'm so sorry, honestly. Yeah, it was hard. Walking through the corridors, having everyone, students, teachers, the cleaners, look at me as though I'm some sort of troubled child. Their condescending pity burning into my skin. It was as though another person had come to trust turned back on me again. I'm so sorry. I could never see past what I was feeling. I guess I'm sorry too. I never should have hit you. I knew you were struggling to fit in, and I was just thinking about myself.
We've all got a home, it just looks a bit different to each of us.
You know what's funny, Dad? I feel like home is the subjective, but at the same time, it's the undisputed.
No way! Did Winston just say something intelligent?
Whoa. You know, I study computer science, you know. Yeah, my mom says I'm a whiz even. Look, you don't believe me? Watch. Wait, hold on.
Thanks for fixing the virus. You're such a computer whiz. E-man.
E-man?
No.
Your name is Emmanuel. That's the name you were worried about.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. You want me to find that out. Mariah!
Don't worry, E-man. Your work's so good. Your secret's safe with us.
Wait, is that where you got Wizzy from? Oh. You really love your mom, huh?
Of course. She works hard for me, so I'm gonna work hard for her. Trust me, as soon as we get to uni, I'm gonna work and study hard. Eventually. And then I'm gonna graduate, and then I'm gonna find the biggest house I can find and I'm gonna put my mum in. Trust that.
I respect that.
We will shortly be arriving at Coventry.
Wow, straight. Did you look at that, guys? I never would have expected it. You know, there's an old African saying that says,
We have now arrived at Coventry. Please mind the gap while alighting this train.
Don't worry, Uncle. You can tell us what we're doing back to Coventry. So, we good? Yeah, we're good. I'm here to apply for the role of the soul of society. Because as I stand here weak. The most innovative and brave, despite being depraved. We cultivated culture. We held on tight when the white man said that nigga don't write. And now we hear sounds with essence and no bounds so much that you want to hear what we hear with white ears, but white ears ain't used to no rhythm. You haven't been told to redefine, therefore you can't clutch and whine to what we had to refine. But thus did we design a sound that is perceived as so clandestine. When the streets were redlined and the jazz was confined, we were the bootleggers of society and massive desired sobriety. Our haven was a speakeasy when we were told, yo, we can't speak easy to the system, beg for it, nigga. But perseverance was our trait. We sorted shit out straight to recreate a space that you now infiltrate with our soul trains and our soul foods and our big brains and our big moods, black Twitter. And now we have the black nerd and the black goth. No longer the black box, we original building blocks. Now that racists can't tell me what my race is. No longer part of the white man's matrix when it used to be black girl this and black boy that. I beg you run that statement back. Because now we vary in hues with undertones of blues and reds and yellows. Even my vernacular, when we say wagwan, we mean hello. It's no more, oh, you sound so white. More now, it's on sight if a microaggression seems to fuel my oppression. And I think back to how our ancestors maintained their aim. The black pen print that now jots itself on white paper planes. As we work through the pain and the bitter remains of what we overcame. And now we blow up when we shock and jive. J5, J, us. When I see the music scene, I see us. Because now we've stood up to Jezebel and Jemima and ripped our faces from their face. No more black face, it's black entity. No longer the colored girl, now the girl with the colored hair to think. They stole the color from our cheeks and stripped our tongues of the languages we speak. Played our bodies like the fiddle, yet branded us as the freak. Said fuck your nuclear families, which bled into our foundation. And the soil cried, yet the sun rose on our bronze backs as we bent to pick up the cotton cracks of our community. But now, I'm not held back. Am I even black? Because now seasickness is a myth, fuck the 3/5. Sardine packed in a boat, unable to flow. 1619 was 400 years ago, unable to grow, to think. I cannot perceive the width of this change. And tomorrow I'm black, and next week I'm black. But black has changed, it's spanned and waned. It's embedded into the fruits of our society. It's the apple of thy eye, Eve, gene irony. Because black isn't just black. It's pale, it's deep, it's albino. No longer unlocked characters against the backdrop of snow. Black is the whole fucking rainbow.
You also said that you did backstage stuff. Can you expand?
So yes, one of the roles I took on this year was as backstage supervisor, which was a relatively new role. It was trying to take some of the burden off stage managers. Part of that also meant taking some of the responsibilities of stage managers, because through previous years we could see that stage managers weren't getting the best support they needed. This Afrofest probably needed a backstage supervisor more than anything, because there was just so much to put out. If we have this much output to put, then we're going to need more hands than we would normally have. And I got to work with a fantastic team of 10. They were actually probably the most reliable people sometimes, because they had to deal with me giving them information with 5 seconds and 10 seconds later that information changing. So the only thing quicker than money changing in this situation was me giving information to people. But they executed it without fail every single time. They stuck to their guns. And then stage managers as well, I have to give them their flowers as well, because the amount of work they had to handle, especially in the last couple of hours and a couple of weeks, to the dying minute sometimes as well, is a testament to the whole Afrofest.
chill and high. What's your name? Sephora. But my friends call me Seti. Oh, Sephora. I've never done it. It's like you're very popular here. You could say that. You mind if I say it? Please? I mean, yeah, that's cool. Oh, okay. It looks kind of nerdy shit, right? So, wait, what song are you listening to? Oh, so it's called Mado by this Nigerian artist, Rehearsal. Oh, I love Afrobeats, but I've never heard of that song before. Of course not, you don't know who Afrobeats. Listening to Nigerian music has really helped my homesickness. Man, living in Nigeria was so different to all of this. I guess you can't choose where life takes you sometimes. You feel me? Yeah, I feel you. Change can be good, guys. Change can be good.
Okay, everyone back to class. Now, next week. You're pop baby, bro.
You know what? You're alright, you kid. Keep your head up. Yeah, you're not too bad for yourself. I actually need a friend today. Wait, sorry, telling you, Jesus.
Kilometers. I don't come kilometers. I don't walk that many kilometers. Learn from the teacher. I don't take for the game, she no pitas. I decide bad mind from a distance. But this sweet happy yellow my pitas. Ologun Misha, show you the confirm for your speaker. This time I call trap, please for assistance. Show me they blow your mind, Afghanistan. Kilometers. I don't come kilometers. I don't walk that many kilometers.
Ghana girls them get big ash. I buy pens and I pay in cash. She like the gold and I like silver. She goes my heart and I can leave her. Ghana girls them get big ash. I buy pens and I pay in cash. She like the gold and I like silver. She goes my heart and I can leave her. Well, cool, that means move like say you did not shot. What are you? It's a me too. Move like say you did not bang. Well, cool, that means move like say you did not shot. What are you? It's a me too.
Amsterdam, come along. They say what telling me. Amsterdam, come along. Big girl to the flavor. She's love the baby. One time for the year. Never. Big girl to the flavor. She's love the baby. One time for the haters. Now we're just up to the share like a man. All of them will be my mom. I don't wanna get just like morning. No one should talk to that shit like a man. All of them will be my mom. All of them will get just like morning. Now we are walking on this way. Don't we get talking every day. And never did I get like you. Come on, I'm on a wound. Don't we are walking on this way. Don't we get talking every day. And never did I get like you. Baby, come on, I'm on a wound. The bad guy in me. Then you don't person I end up in you. The bad guy in the bottom of
you better go tosa, then go down. And go down, you better go tosa, then go down. And go down, you better go tosa, then go down. And go down, you better go tosa, then go down. And go down, so the team me go so go down. So the team me go so go down. So the team me go so go Isabella, easy wine, easy wine, easy wine, easy wine, easy wine, easy wine, easy wine. Follow instruction now. Sticky wine, sticky wine, sticky wine, sticky wine, sticky wine, sticky wine. Go on, fire me, bend your back. Broke your back, 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 broke your back. You did black, y'all know you stop bitch now. Chrome wine, chrome wine, chrome wine, chrome wine, chrome wine, chrome wine, chrome wine. Who look for a Danny Boo? Blue wine, blue wine, blue wine, blue wine, blue wine, blue wine.
Them a chat about polo, all buckle, some touch up our buckle. Regular must sleep on the line, for the bill. Cash low from the line, such a bill. The girl give me the pussy up in the fucking up. The girl asks how she let you turn up for them. Set the place on fire, now we have to turn it up. I'm a trouble, promise more than made that was take the veil. Them no know shit about chopping. Somebody took color sun chopping.
Can we expect to see you for a third time?
Well, the thing is, I always wrestle with the idea. I was speaking to people about this because, like, as much as I love Afrofest, I don't want to be that one person that literally, like, can't let go of it. Like, I don't want to be, like, because with engineering as well, imagine if I do 4 years and I've done Afrofest, like, every single year. And that's just a bit of a drag. But then again, I'm very much like, if you're on it, I'm on it type of gal. So if third years rise it, You might see me there, but no promises. No promises. I can't say for sure, but maybe. You have to buy your tickets to Afrofest 11th edition to find out.
Do you see what I'm saying now? How far we come from before? Yeah. But as usual, the progress that you're showing me doesn't demonstrate that anything has changed for us or between us.
And as usual, you're missing the points again. We've got so much to be proud of. From our connections to the fact that we succeed no matter where we go. But besides, how's negativity going to change?
It's not negativity. It's constructive criticism, something that people like you will never understand. How many times have I spoken about how I feel just to be told by someone like you that you don't want to have a conversation? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Whilst there are people like me who want to be progressive and move our community forward, we have people like you who want to remain in your ignorance because you're happy there, seeming as the community and the system is already working for you.
I can't lie, really open up your ears. She's talking a lot of facts. You shouldn't ignore what she's saying.
Thank you. You're not looking at me like I just committed a crime, but this is exactly what I mean. We need to have these conversations because when we do, we act as if there's absolutely nothing wrong.
What? No, that doesn't mean we have nothing to be proud of. Not that we have nothing to look forward to as a community either. You know, obviously we aren't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't celebrate what needs to be. And the people that came before us would tell you themselves how far we've come. So who are you or any of us to deny that fact? I can't lie, that's facts too. Even someone like me who's always reminiscing on the sweet days back when we were kids, or back when we as a people were in a different space, can sit back and say, you know what? Things have changed, right?
And for the better. You know what, you are right. And we are work in progress. But I can't sit here and say you haven't come as far as we have. I've already told you that we're doctors, politicians, kings and queens. But that doesn't even scratch the surface. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, it's deeper than excellence. We embody community. It's crazy compared to how divided we used to be. God knows I'm proud. You should be too.
Exactly. That's why we should look at what we have now with pride. A culture the world envies, and we started from the very bottom of the totem pole. You know, we went from wanting a seat at the table to making the table for us by us. And there's still so much that we can do. Anyways, you said it yourself that we're all running the same race. So how about you have a little faith in your teammates instead of violating how far we've already run?
Okay, like I see where you lot are coming from, but I still have my doubts.
Hey, right. Thank God, at least some black unity. Yeah. I'm glad we're on somewhat of, you know, the same page. Yeah.
Don't get too excited.
Oh.
Whilst what we do have is incredible, I feel like there's something about us that's just, I don't know, weird.
I hear what you're saying still. Something unique, something a bit different. You know, I can't quite put my finger on it though.
Yeah, I think I hear where you're coming from. It's like, we're not accepted per se. It's like people don't really question our greatness anymore.
Right.
I feel like as a people, we're what some might call the undisputed, you know.
The undisputed what? Okay. I mean, if you really think about what he's saying, he's not wrong. Like, even though we're nowhere where we could be, we have such a rich culture and history. Something that no one can take away from us, even though they've tried again and again.
Exactly that. There's one thing we can agree on. It's that things have changed.
If you were to look down, camera one, to the next creative director, what advice do you have for the next fashion leaders? What are you going to say to them? Any piece of advice that you want to give them? One piece of advice about entering Afrofest next year.
Look at Afrofest as your time to not only continue the legacy of those that you see before you, but to create your own legacy.
Don't let your fear hold you back and just go ahead with it, because at the end of the day, you don't lose anything from trying.
Don't undersell yourself, innit?
Be ready for a lot of work, a lot of pressure. However, just be fun.
I promise you won't regret, do you know what I mean?
Feel the fear and do it anyway. If you saw me before my audition, I was literally shaking and I didn't speak to anyone for like 30 minutes because I was that scared.
Stay organised, stay on top of things, but don't forget that you're at uni to get a degree.
Don't panic. It seems like you should panic, but don't panic.
Don't give up at all, because I feel like many a times during the whole process, I just wanted to give up. Like, yeah, just make sure you're talking to like your exec. I'm going to keep on mentioning exec, because honestly, yeah, if it wasn't for them, I don't know what I would have done. If you're struggling, tell them, okay, cool, I'm struggling with this, and they'll obviously support you and help you out. Afrofest will come and it will go, and then you'll continue with your degree and go on to stressing about that. So honestly, yeah, this is just one part of this is just one part of like your journey.
What I'm gonna say to you guys right now is don't lack.
Why the desperate need for an applause? I'll wait. Is she the goal here? Well, it's safe to assume everybody panic when I step in the room, and I can feel that shit a mile off. Niggas is rapping about pieces. People are really dying, is that what's needed? I can't save your soul, you need Jesus. Tell me please, why the desperate need to be remembered? Everybody knowing what you've done, how far you've come. I'm guilty, it's a little self-centered. People change when it's about personal gain. I stay in my lane cause I'm not done with these checks. Give me what I deserve and do not speak on the rest. Don't know what has occurred and do not aimlessly guess. It's a gift and a curse to be this pretty and blessed. So blessed. Used to plug that 20-pound mic into the back of the Mac, just so you can hear my voice. Always knew this was my calling, but I'm here by choice, and things change. Shit been dark for a minute time. Delirious, it's hard to function on this winter's time. Mouths to feed, my nigga. Scripts to read, my nigga. Double life living overseas, my nigga. Shit, left home for it. Jasmine just had a daughter, man, she's so gorgeous. Told me life is given life and I'm so for it. Maybe one day nothing's more important than families where the love stays. Dealing with society's pressures is one thing, let alone all of the problems that funds bring, but no stress. Understand it comes with the process. I follow my intuition cause it knows best. I'm so used to getting it on my own, yes. I know my people wanna see me win, I'll never let you down. Standing ovation for the one who's wearing the crown. I got royalty in my blood, I was born great. Don't allow anyone to undermine your fate. You've awakened the fearless, high beams and lucid dreams. But don't be so obsessed with me, you think you know what's best for me. Take my energy, come to find there's nothing left of me. Went from being small town to becoming my own entity. Went from being broke as fuck and trying to find identity, to buying the finer things and isolating memories. What is it I'm meant to be? I think I need a standing ovation. Over 10 years in the game, I'm impatient. God has always told me to be myself. Let go and free yourself. Tell the truth and shame Satan. Now I gotta pave the way for the next generation that's coming up under me, and I love to see it. Thought I was bluffing, didn't see it coming. Hold up, think this is cold, you ain't seen nothing. The glow up, all they discussing, but I won't let it distract me. Load the pen up, cock it back and get to busting. Standing up to who I made the scene lie down. Get it high, live it how it bees right now. I got another 20 in the shit I'm cemented. Take over businesses, tell the kids start investing. We build the pyramids, can't you see what we are blessed with? From the hieroglyphics to the hood lyricists, the priests, the imams, the good books you live with, the Rumi quotes, the elder sisters, the tribal mantras, the jazz players, holistic doctors, spiritual teachers, doers and the doulas, the protectors and the rulers, the kids of the future, the immortal soldiers and the fearless protesters, the motivational speakers and the honest black leaders, the divine healers, the everyday low-paid believers, the overachievers in the shadow of the gatekeepers. Came down to teach us. All these trophies in the crib, got I'm sitting nice.
Too old. What's the story? Are you not happy or?
You're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished?
Yes, sir. Job finished.